Hello and welcome to another weekly weigh-in video. If you're new here, my name is Rachel and I am currently losing weight on the 1-to-1 diet by Cambridge Weight Plan. This was week 19 for me. I feel like I'm saying this every week, but I cannot believe how quickly these weeks are going. And next week is another big milestone. It's my 20th week on plan. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, week 19 this week and I lost 2.5 pounds, which I'm buzzing with because I also started my period today. Not when I expected to start, which I'm going to touch on in a minute, but yeah, so to be able to weigh in this morning when that started and still have a 2.5 pound loss, I'm really impressed with. And again, my losses are always kind of consistent. I have a bit of a pattern that I follow, so I know if I just follow the plan, I am pretty much guaranteed a certain number every week. And 2.5 pounds was kind of what I thought I was going to get this week. So yeah, buzzing with that. It brings my total loss now to 5 stone 3 pounds in 19 weeks, which is just, I mean, it's incredible. And yeah, we've got my 20th week now coming up this week. So if I just look back on the week that I've just had, nothing has really happened. It's been quite a boring week. Nothing's really got in the way of plan. It's been quite straightforward. However, I have thought that I was going to start my period all week. And it only came today. So my cycles are definitely going a little bit funny, which can happen on plan. If you didn't know, when your body breaks down fat is the main vessel in our bodies that store hormones. So you can have a lot of estrogen stored within your fat stores. So whenever you lose weight, especially lose weight rapidly, those fat cells break down and they release all of that estrogen and those extra hormones. So it can make your cycles go a little bit out. Now, it can also mean that you are not necessarily more fertile, but I know certainly for me, I experienced that when I was on plan last because I fell pregnant with Poppy. So they do recommend, if you are on plan and you are a person with a womb, that you do take some extra precautions if you're not looking to have another baby. There's a lot of Cambridge babies around, but yeah, so because of that and those hormones getting released, your cycles can go a little bit skew for a while. I've started tracking mine again on Clue just so I can kind of see where I am with them. Me and Jamie do not want any more children, so I just keep track of what's going on. We do what we need to do to keep babies away from us. Poppy is more than enough, and yeah, it is just one of those things. It can be a little bit frustrating, especially if you have been regular and then you go a little bit off, but it does settle itself out over time. But I do find that after 4 months or so, that's when I've always noticed that my cycle goes a little bit out. So yeah, but that's fine. It's nothing to be worried about. It's normal when it's here. Some people can go a bit heavier, some people can go a bit lighter. It is what it is. Your body is changing at such a big speed that it does change every part of your body. Obviously, if you're having any changes that you're concerned about or that you think need to be looked at a little bit more, then I'd always recommend just speaking to your consultant or your healthcare provider. But yes, there's enough period talk. Sorry if there are any blokes watching, but that's what happens on plan. But yes, other than that, this week has been absolutely fine. This week ahead now that we've got coming, I have got a big day on Friday. I am getting my COVID jab. I'm going to be jabbed up, so I am ready to go out and party when I'm skinny in the summer. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, if I'm honest. I think everyone is a little bit nervous before they have it. If anyone's had it on plan, I'd love to hear your experiences and if you had any adverse reactions, if it affected how plan was for you. Everyone I know have had it, it's been absolutely fine. Jamie had he had the AstraZeneca and he said that he did feel like he was getting COVID again the first day, but then that went by the next day. And pretty much everyone I've spoken to said they just feel a little bit lethargic, sore arm, but they're fine. So yes, excited to get my first dose of that. But other than that, I have not got a lot coming up. So yeah, another week on plan. I am now 4 pounds away from the next stone bracket. The next stone bracket seems mind-blowing to me because And my friend Jess, who's also on plan, like, she's incredible, by the way. If you're not following her, I'll link her down below. Please go and support her because she is just killing this journey. But I watched her, she does weekly updates, and I watched her update earlier on this morning, and she talked about how she's nearly in another stone bracket and how that's like going to be quite a big achievement for her because she's always been bigger, and I can completely relate with that. And you know, she was saying when she was 15, she was 15 stone, and she's been on a diet since she was younger, and I was exactly the same. You know, I remember my mum and dad kind of sitting me down when I was about 11 or 12 and being like, you know, you need to start eating healthier, and then, you know, I joined Slimming World when I was probably about 12 or 13, and since then I've kind of always been on some kind of diet, and obviously it hasn't really worked until now. Those kind of plans just don't seem to work for me. But the next stone bracket is always kind of like the lowest I've ever really got to. So that's quite a big, feels like quite a big moment, because it's certainly not a weight I've been in a number of years. And I feel like almost once I've cracked this stone bracket, like goal is there, like it's literally just there. Like it's not, I've still got like 3 stone to lose after that, but I just feel like that's not that long away. Like I feel like that's not that far. So yeah, it's weird. I think whenever you've always been bigger and then you go on a weight loss journey, there's 2 sides for me for the mental bit of it. There's the mental bit of it is that food was a comfort and you've got to get over that bit of it. But there's also a real kind of mental challenge when you hit these certain weights and numbers, and not a challenge, but like there's a real belief that gets ignited that maybe you've not had before, that's like, yeah, no, I can do this, like, because you've just never really maybe got there before, you've struggled with it before. And I think this plan where you lose weight so quickly, you hit those points so quickly, so your self-belief grows quickly, your confidence grows quickly. It's like a perfect potion, really, because then that keeps driving you forward. I don't know if any of that makes sense, if I was just rambling there, like trying to get out what I was thinking, but yeah, it's kind of twofold, the mental aspects of this plan. One of them is quite challenging in that you know, are really battling those food demons and those demons that have kind of held you back potentially for years, in my case anyway. And you've got this other side where you're doing stuff you never even thought you could do, and you're achieving those goals, you're achieving those points so quickly, like, so it just builds that self-belief in you even more. And I think especially when you get past certain points, for me, I know I mentioned that was my halfway point, it's like every week something's happening that you're like, wow, and you have like non-scale victories. So like for me this week, I had a couple of non-scale victories. The big one being I could fit a towel around me. I mean, that was amazing. I could just go out of the bath, and you know, I still take like 4 towels into the bathroom with me because I'm like, right, I'm gonna need this towel to wrap around there and this towel to put there, and whereas I just took 1 towel around me and it was done. Like, it's madness. Anyway, I'm blabbering now, so I'm gonna go. But yes, as always, any questions, leave them down below. My inbox is always open. Like I say, I'm not a consultant, but if you want a consultant, then check down below for Gemma's details. She can offer you remote services. She is fantastic. And me and Gemma are going live on Thursday. So if you do have questions, please bring them along. Please join us Thursday at 8 p.m. I will be saving it, or Gemma will be saving it after, so you can go back and rewatch it. But yeah, really excited, and hopefully can see you there. But whatever you're up to this week, I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will see you all next week for week 20's weigh-in. Wow, I will see you there.